kind of going down to the Disruption plus Soul Catcher combo with a wave. And Puck TPing in top, already getting down very, very low, although he does do a bit of damage and harass. As you can see, Void getting beaten down. He doesn't have any HP regen left at the moment. He's going to bring himself a salve, but he does want to save as much gold as possible. Any salve he buys is going to slow down that Midas.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, he's just saving at the moment. There is a possible... Oh, Tynus is rolling. I'm not sure what Tynus is up to at the moment. He's got no mana, got sod all health. Maybe he's going to walk back to base, so it's kind of weird that he came all the way back to mid lane. Maybe just changed his mind midway. Lich looking very, very pavo at the moment. Doing all that warding, all that supporting. Invoker now. He's got his phase boots. He's looking pretty damn good. He's on 22 and 10. It's slightly behind at 6 minutes. He did have that little bit of a scare, chase him off for a bit, but for the most part, he should be on track. I'm just looking for Beastmaster, seeing what his farm is like. I'm surprised Beastmaster's farm is as good as his. He must have been really working the wild axis effectively. He's sitting on 20 volts. Void jumps in. Is he going to get off? Gets off the bash. Doesn't have enough mana though for the ult. In fact, it's still on cooldown as well. And Puck will ethereal drawn away as possible gang on bottom. We get to see the disruption go down. It is on top of Lich. If the wave bomb goes in, he's in some trouble. We've also got Mr. Swish here as well. He's invisible. Waveforms in. Does go for the Lich kill. Gets it. And Winrunner forced to Winrun out. And Ninja Boogie going to roll on back to his lane quite safely, as well as Mr. Swish giving away the fact that he does have an invisibility. Oh, actually wastes it. Decides, you know what, don't need this. He's not going to get any use out of it anyway.
Only just getting that kill. That wave form was only the last tip of damage reaching that Lich there, but it was enough. And now Lich and Winrunner are going to probably be able to keep this tower alive fairly comfortably. The Winrunner can use that power shot. Does have at least one more power shot in her, and Lich is now there as well. So if they play too aggressive, they will get punished for it. But the Hawk is scouting them out a bit. Even though it's not an invisible Hawk, it is nicely placed in fog on above those trees.
Yeah, I agree. That Hawk is so damn good for scouting, gives so much map control. It's just a and it's also fantastic for smoke gangs. Really make sure you don't run into somebody accidentally and lose your smoke. It's really damn good for that. It's a lot of fun too. I mean, the micro control is hard, but it's a lot of fun. The question is, do you think he will go for sort of a... I don't know, do you think he'll go for the book build? The Necro book build?
I'd say he might just go for the sort of more tanky build. Get something like a pipe up for his team to help deal with the AoE coming out from heroes like Tide, Lich, and Winrunner. That's probably the slightly more popular build. The Necrobook, straight Necrobook, is not as popular here. Wow, Void is actually... He's finished his Midas. He's instantly going to pop that on some creeps and just keep trying to get that gold GPM up, as he probably is going to get a ring of health to start building towards that Battle Fury. And yeah, I mean, Beastmaster, he's come bottom, but he hasn't really gotten too involved yet. No kills, no assists on him at this point. Yeah,
hasn't really found a good target. Went that bottom, trying to get off the gank. The rating, they're thinking about ganking mid. They have got a haster, and the problem is Invoker can always pop off that Ghost Walk and just get the hell out. They don't have any counter invis tech at the moment. I believe no counter invis tech, so it is going to be hard to get that gank off on Invoker, especially think he's seen them as well. In fact, he's going to try and snake that haster. Oh, maybe he didn't see them. Maybe he was hoping, maybe they were just out of range. The stun's going to come in. The Roar goes down. Now Invoker's into trouble. Going to get chain strung there. Puck also moving. Can he get the silence off in time? Does manage to get it before Invoker can get out of there. And he will go down. Good gank there from the rating side. Beastmaster finally getting that Roar to work. Popping it down on the Invoker. But of course, the one they really want to kill right now would be Void. He's relatively squishy and they don't want him getting out of control.
Yeah, and bottom lane, Winrunner still farming alright, up to 24 CS. Morphling only with 25, so Morphling does have those 2 kills to help boost his gold up a little bit. But for the most part, they've done an okay job shutting him down, using the sacrifice and just the dual range harass. As soon as the Shadow Demon and Sand King leave Morphling, Morphling cannot really compete for farm. Morphling actually going to TP top and maybe try to go up against his Faceless Void, which would be a slightly easier matchup. As wow, he immediately waves into a gush, and he's going to get bashed as well. Sand King comes from above. Shadow Demon is there. There's the Ravage, trying to get Ninja Boogie, but there's not going to be enough damage. And Envy, the Faceless Void, the backtrack keeps him alive.
I thought he was going to drop his ult. I thought he was going to drop his ult for sure, but of course that would have trapped Tynus. He said, you know, okay, I can just leap out of this. I'll be okay. Yeah. I'll just leap out and because I mean, if he dropped that ult on Tynus probably would have been screwed there. He would have been outnumbered by 3 heroes.
He was on 30 HP when he got right-clicked, but he backtracked the damage, saving his life. So, bit of luck there, favoring him. He has got level 2 backtrack though, so chances are he will be dodging a hit every sort of 4 or 5 hits. But right now, Lich and Winrunner are still being left on the bottom. Lich can't really gank. He's a Lich until he gets that level 6, which will be coming up fairly soon. And once Lich has that level 6, we'll be looking for those TP counter ganks, like that situation there where we had that fight at top. Lich would have loved to have been there with a Chain Frost.
Oh yeah, definitely. As they're asking, is Lee playing the Beastmaster? No, that is Mr. Swish. Lee is playing, let's find out, what is he playing? Lee is playing the Puck, that is currently struggling just a little bit against his faces board up in the top line, which, I mean, they're beginning very aggressive on him, have really been causing havoc for him. Lich now still doesn't quite have that level 6, might need a little bit of help grabbing it up just quickly, because, I mean, the faster they have it, the easier life is going to be, as they've smoked up. We've got the Shadow Demon smoked up. The Sand King smoked up as well. Might try and get another gank on this Invoker, which I think is a definite possibility. They're going to rove around in behind him. Going to try and get in from behind. Get the they got Roar up. Roar can initiate him. There's the Roar. Setting these up might be a little bit too slow. The stun coming through. No! He gets hit there. They gets a Burrow Strike off as well. The dust being popped. There we go. That's what they need to keep the Invoker spotted up. The anti-invis tech, but will they get the last couple of hits off? Mr. Swish taking a lot of damage. The Shadow Demon is down. Will they get this kill? He might change to Wex a minute. The Chain Frost! That is going to hurt. He does go down to the Wild Axes, but they lose Sand King as well. Mr. Swish may or may not walk away. Looks like he might get away at this point, unless they manage to land a good shackle. It is up. Duskbin needs to be careful, hoping there's a power shot. Dodges. Mr. Swish on the run. He's got the ball, slung him down, pops the urn, and he will get away. But honestly, those 2 kills against the Radiant side, well, it was both supports, but do you think it was worth the Invoker?
Probably not at that point. That was sqL. I mean, they don't. I mean, kills going to the Lich. It's not the end of the world, but still, I mean, even support hero, that's going to help Lich get up those boots. And yeah, 2 kills for 1 there. I don't think it was worth it, even though it was on the Invoker. Beastmaster as well, taking a lot of damage. Would have gone down if that power shot actually hit there, as he did nicely dodge it, but I think in the end they did overextend a bit. The regen from the Quas coming in just kept Fumofu alive for so damn long. And meanwhile, I mean, it's just more room for the Void to farm. Void, who now has Treads up as well as his Midas, sitting on 660 gold. And Morphling can't even really go head-to-head with... If they get left alone in a 1v1 situation, Morphling cannot farm against that. He's going to have support, so he may just decide, okay, I can't lane it... Right now, Morphling, he can't lane against the Void at top, and the same thing at bottom. Can't really lane against the Windrunner, because Windrunner has those phase boots up now.
Yeah, well, this Void is almost 400 GPM. He's looking very, very scary. Going to try and push down this tower probably in a second. Possible gank on mid, though. There's the dust being popped again for Mofu being beaten. Now switches to the Wex, though. He's going to try and outrun them. We've got the waveform, but Morphling could go for this if he goes up. Tries, but I was hoping he was going to take a left turn. Smart from Mofu to keep running in a straight line there. Says, you know what? Okay, just going to make sure I run faster than you and then get the hell out. So I think decent play from him there. And sadly, I think they're just wasting way too much time going for the Invoker. They've already dropped a couple of good ganks on him. They need to take out this Void. This is worrying me, the fact that Envy is being left alone to CS whatever the hell he pleases. He's up to 69 and 16.
Yeah. And I like what Fumofu is doing with his items. Often you see the straight drums on the... You go drums into 4-staff, it looks like he's going to get the 4-staff before the drums, and he's being constantly ganked. That 4-staff is going to pretty much keep him alive. In all these times, he's only just going down like we saw at mid. If he had a 4-staff there, he would have easily survived, maybe even be able to turn around and get a couple of kills. So a quick 4-staff on him will really help his team out. We're getting closer and closer to that mech, and top lane, the Void, with a ring of health, probably going to be making that Battle Fury up now and pressuring away on this tier 1 top tower. Although their TPs are coming in. Puck, Beastmaster are there. The Roar will be up in 10 seconds. Puck, Dream Call on cooldown for about 20 seconds though. Well,
if they wait 20 seconds and they get gank off, that would definitely help them out. As long as they get Void. Do really need to get Void. Chain Frost is up though. Ravage also up. So if they jump on this, this could go pear-shaped. There we go. They're going to go on the Void or not. Just going to harass them. The Banish gets used there. Lich is back in. Void jumping and pops the ult. Catches 2 heroes. And this looks like an easy kill. That Shadow Demon going down so damn fast. Sand King now trying to hide. He's getting hit by the Ravage though. Gets brought out of the Invis. He's got a Burrow Strike up though. Catches both of them. The Chain Frost goes down, gonna cause a lot of damage. Sand King has to back out. Puck is gone and he's all alone. Takes that Lich, cops another Chain Frost, cops the bash. Morphling's in, base shift. Duskbin cast his back in. Puck gonna go down. There's the Burrow Strike. Titan is down. Will they get the kill on Void? Void gonna leap out. Just a short leap though. He's only level 1 and they don't have the mana to finish. Oh, I don't think that was a good engagement there for the Radiant side.
It was a fairly even engagement in the end, I think. But at the same time, I think the Radiant side got a bit lucky that the Chain Frost did not bounce back to that Sand King. That Chain Frost mostly hit creeps, and if that had been a bit lucky with that Chain Frost, we would have seen a lot more Duskbin heroes going down there, as they did manage to kill both Tide as well as, I believe it was Lich as well, but in the end, I mean, it was a fairly even trade, but Void not going down, Void getting a kill, and now up to 1,300 gold as well, going to just continue farming with his top lane. He's got this survivability from that Ring of Health, so he's quite alright in this top lane.
Yeah, I mean, this is what bothers me the most, the fact that Void didn't die. He got all that, like, not just the gold, he got the experience, he's got a level 2 ult now, he's getting all that good stuff out of that fight, and I mean, they only lost the Lich and the Titan. It's their support, it's not a big deal. On the other hand, they lost the Puck, who's supposed to be, like, he needs items. Puck will need items. If he goes to the late game with just Brace, like with just Null Talismans, he's very much going to suffer, so that does bother me indeed. Besides the fact that they're obviously feeding Void, never a good thing. Never a good thing at all. Another smoke though on Titan. I might try and set up another gank if he can. Void is just gonna... Has he finished his Battle Fury? No, he's got the Perseverance now. He's gonna be working on the damage components now. And once he gets that, wow, is he gonna be pretty damn scary. As you see, Puck gonna jump in on top of Cucks here. Getting the Waning Rift off. Doesn't really do a whole lot though. Oh, he's going for a second attack run here. Although Cucks is backing up. Just wanted to pop off that power shot. Good thing maybe he saw him pop into there. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he just sort of had a suspicion. He knows that that pathway is there. It's a fairly commonly used spot. You see Sand Kings hiding there all the time, looking to get their epicenter blink off. It's not something out of the ordinary. So Cucks on the ball. He's going to go back, picks up his buckler, now only 800 gold away from the mech, and sqL, Sequential Gaming, at this top lane, looking to make something happen. Right now, this Void farming very, very well, out-farming the Morphling, that's for sure.
The sqL looking to make this 4-0 in their group. They're doing really well. I honestly did not expect them to do this well, but they've done very well. Or they perform incredibly strongly. Especially some, I think, who did they beat? Was it Tong Fu? No, it wasn't Tong Fu. I forget which team it was. I really expect them not to win. Alright, now, for Mofu, in a little bit of trouble, is being chased. Has popped his Wex, running away. Well, meanwhile, in the mid lane, again, Mr. Swish really just not getting as involved as I thought. Has popped out a couple of good ganks. Is only level 10. The fact that Void is kind of... Oh, then again, I suppose he was practically solo, as Tidehunter was actually in the jungle quite a bit, so I take that back. I was about to say, I was surprised that he's managed to outlevel the solo mid from Duskbin, but then again, he was practically solo himself. There was only a few instances where Tidehunter was actually sharing the lane with him. And Shadow Demon needs to be careful. The smoke gank. Void gonna jump in, does get a slow, just blows the ult though. EMP going down, there's Cold Snap as well. Burrow Strike and Epicenter doing a little bit of damage. Wasted a few rounds of it as the Ravage gonna clean up that Sand King. Unfortunately, did not get as many epicenter pulses off as he wanted, and we got the Roars. The Roar's already been used. Void now and taking a little bit of damage. Doesn't really care too much. So the Tornado going through. Void actually going down. Juke there from Mr. Swish. I'm surprised he came back out. He's going to go down a couple more hits. He's barely getting away. Has got the earn up. Could pop that to try and heal himself up. Throwing out the axes. He's going to go for the kill. They get the kill. And finally, Mr. Swish with that little juke there. I thought he just hiding there for a bit, but he must have been seen by Void. And decided to double back and run.
For a second there, I thought Void was going to backtrack enough damage to actually TP out there, but it was not his lucky day. Lich didn't manage to get the Chain Frost off there, died before casting it. I think he actually cancelled it at one point. He thought they were about to cast it and decided against it, thinking it wasn't going to bounce, but it was actually going to be a nice Chain Frost. In the end, his sort of hesitation cost sqL there. They lost 4 heroes, and that was a big team fight for Duskbin, who now find themselves in a slightly better position. Ninja Boogie, though, still a long way away from that Linken's up to Treads, Ring of Aquila, Perseverance only on 900 gold about, as sqL going to do some de-warding at top behind their tower, and looking maybe to defend this top tier 1 tower. They popped the cliff, so it looks like they want to fight.
Yeah, well, actually, the Void is still 440 GPM, despite those kill that they got. It's just mainly there has not been enough pressure, and that may be what undoes them. I mean, the fact that he's ahead even with a tower advantage to Morphling is a little bit disturbing. It's incredibly disturbing, actually. He's got Midas doing so much for him. All those kills, all that assist gold, all of the experience just going straight to that Void. As Puck finds himself in the invisibility rune.
Absolutely, and Duskbin need to just keep trying to kill this Void. In the next sort of 5 minutes, they need to get at least 2-3 kills on him if they want to shut down and sort of hurt him going into this late game. But right now, he's going to pick up the Battle Fury. 18-19 minutes in with Treads minus Battle Fury.
Oh boy.
That is a Void's best stream, as right now we're going to see Void. And sqL, I mean, it's not just the Void. They've got heroes to back him up. The Tide Ravage, the Lich Chain Frost. Lich, even with Frost Armor, that's going to help a bit against heroes like Morphling. Even Beastmaster does a bit of physical damage, especially when you are getting that inner beast. And then you've got the mech coming from Winrun. He's got great backup. The Shackle Shot is also another useful tool when you have a Void who needs to lock heroes down.
And you can either like set things up for him, or I mean, even Winrun can just use the time lock to reposition and set up the correct angle for the Shackle Shot.
Yeah.
As the Void has finished that Battle Fury, it's being shipped out to him in a moment. It's in his stash. I see the broadsword in there, ready to go. Somebody cancel support on the top lane, though, I believe.
Mid lane, actually, Puck, with that Invis rune, completely snipes the Lich. Lich was just sitting behind the Void, but Puck with the Invis rune just walked on past, got the kill. Now Duskbin are going to get this top tier 1 tower. Lich knocked me out of TP up there. And sqL going to have to let that drop. A small gain there for Duskbin. They get a kill. They help also make sure they get that top tier 1 tower. And Puck is going to be able to defend this mid tier 1 tower from the Void. Void who's decided, I'm just going to keep on farming.
Yes, of course. I know some people calling Duskbin high is pro. Of course, he is that is Mr. Swish. That is what everybody from Hon knows as Mr. Swish. He has been using different names though. He's not been going by Mr. Swish. He's been going by World Peace and now high. As they might get this kill here on Titan. They might just ignore him completely. It looks like, yeah, I think it's the right choice. They're going to go for this Void. I don't know if they can kill him, though. They've got the Burrow Strike in. Here comes the Epi. The Roar will lock him down. Going to do a lot of damage. They might actually get this kill. Can he get away? No, he can't. Excellent work there from Duskbin, getting that kill. They need to keep doing that for sure. Like you said, another good couple of ganks of them, and they will basically be buying enough time for, like, stalling Void for long enough that Morphling can hopefully catch up is the main deal. We see Morphling down here in the bottom lane trying to catch up desperately. He's got enough for the ultimate orb, almost just a couple of creep kills away. In the mid lane, getting Burrow Strike there. They're going to jump in. Windrunner going to go down. Oh, just getting away. The Chain Frost is in. Sand King will go down to the AoE. That is not what they wanted. EMP is going down as well, causing all sorts of hell for Puck. And going to get a cold snap off. Doesn't look like Puck will ethereal jaunt away. Won't quite get hit by Gush. Oh, wow. Slight miscommunication. That could have been a kill with a Gush. Although it is night time, it's a short range vision.
No, absolutely, but sqL did manage to get a bit of a rebuttal there as they pick up a couple of kills. Void, though, was not there for it, is still dead. Gonna respawn, look to keep his farm up. But right now, sqL, the problem is, for Duskbin, it's not just Void who's doing well. At the moment, Invoker up to level 12 has 4 staff and drums. You see even the Tidehunter with the arcane boots. And it is just getting it's going to be more problems than the Void. I mean, even the Lich who can just offer a Chain Frost, the combo with the Void ultimate. Void doesn't even need massive items. If they get a big Void ulti, combo that with the Ravage, the Chain Frost, and that's going to be a really nice team fight for them.
Yeah.
As Ninja Boogie does pick up the ultimate orb by the looks of it, but still has a bit of a way to go before that Lincoln Sphere.
I mean, like we saw that last gank from the Radiant in the mid, it's basically, they were winning that, they were going to probably get a kill, and then Lich just showed up, popped the Chain Frost, and suddenly everybody's scrambling to have to run away. That's all they can do. They have to split and run when that Chain Frost goes down. It's only a level 1 Chain Frost too. It's not like his Lich has got a whole shite load of levels and is now having massive Chain Frost getting thrown at them. But right now, Void, it's got 880 gold. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think he'll get some defensive next just to try, maybe like something to try and stop himself from getting picked off? Because like you saw, the stuns are giving a little bit of hell. Maybe a BKB would allow him to avoid a lot of damage and stun there from the Sand King.
Yeah, BKB is really nice to him, although they do still have the Roar to help shut him down, but I still think BKB is a nice pickup there, as Beastmaster's actually managed to get quite a lot of farm on himself. Up to 96 CS, 4 kills, and the 3 assists. Is currently sitting on drums, a hood, and urn. Going to be building that pipe by the looks of things, and that's going to help a lot against this combo coming out from the Dire team with that Lich ulti, the Windrunner, and the Tidehunter, which can just be set up so well with the Chronosphere. So Pipe going to be a really nice pickup for them. Bottom lane though, Duskbin are just camping behind Car. Sand King going to get taken out probably, or he gets vanished. That's going to keep it a bit longer. The power shot is there though. He will go down, and Puck and Shadow Demon are running for it. The disruption, all as that's going to be used.
Was it just me?
As,
but during that banish, his model was still visible in the time stop, from what I could tell.
I believe so. I wasn't watching all that closely, but it does look like it.
Just notice on the top. Oh, up here. Yeah, Invoker's got that fastball stuff you called. I'm kind of thinking that we'll see the Argonims next. This is my guess. He's already got the drum. He's already got the 4 stars. So he's got all those good mid-game items, and now he can go for that sort of the late-game utility where he can switch between so many spells so damn quickly, and just provides a lot of AoE firepower. So I'm kind of expecting the Argonims next on this Invoker.
Yeah, he could easily go for a Sheepstick or a Silencer. Both items are good against Morphling. I mean, if you want to stop Morphling from morphing stats, and so when you gank him, you need either the Sheep or the Silence. Bottom lane, though, Morphling does manage to find the Lich, and Lich once again getting picked up before using ulti. Great Shackle Shot, though, with the power shot. No Void ulti at the moment, though, but sqL with that Invoker managed to do a lot of damage, and now High, the Beastmaster, in trouble. He will go down. Morph actually waving. I don't think that was a good wave from Morphling. Morphling may drop as well. There goes the Ice Wall as Ninja Boogie, morphing to strength, has no mana, has a magic stick, may actually be able to use that and then wave out, as it does look like he will go down. Void getting the kill.
He got that magic stick off.
Yeah.
I think they made 2, like, you saw there for a second, Mr. Swish ran back for a second, got bashful and realized, oh actually, holy crap, we've only got 2 of us here, we can't possibly win this fight. Then tried to pull out, but that's too late. And then Morphling went in straight after him, trying to get a kill. And that did not pay off at all. That was definitely a bad, like, they should have just cut their losses. I mean, they were already engaging down on heroes because Sand King was already been taken out there, so I think it was pretty dodgy. Now they're going to give away a free Rosh as well. There's no contestant. And it looks like Void is busy building a Manta.
Yeah. Or either Manta or Sanjin Yasha here. Sanjin Yasha is not the worst on Void. It's one of those heroes who does need some HP. You get the attack speed as well. And the problem with Sanjin Yasha is it doesn't give you much damage. But Void, he gets damage whenever he dashes. You get 70 bonus damage. So attack speed sort of boosts up your damage. So Sanjin Yasha is not the worst on a Void. At the same time, Manta Cell is a fairly nice pickup here, although with all the AoE on the Radiant team from Sand King, Puck, and Morphling, I mean, those illusions will just get dropped quickly, so maybe it's going to be a Sanjin Yasha here.
Possible, I guess. It does make sense. Sand King still trying to finish. Oh, he's getting close to that Blink Dagger. If anything's going to help the Radiant, though, Duskbin out a ton, it's going to be Sand King with that Blink, especially if Void doesn't have that magic immunity that wants, because, I mean, he doesn't have that much health. He's only got 1,000 health. He's not that tanky. She's got no strength boosters anywhere, so if they land a good epicenter or burrow, that could definitely be enough to take at the Void there, and then especially if they follow up with a good Roar or Wild Axis or something. Morphing though, still trying to catch up with that farm, has finished up that Lincoln's, but still seems to be, I still think he's relatively threatened, just because he can get shut down by that Void ult, shut down by the Ravage. It does bother me quite a bit.
Yeah, no, it definitely is going to hurt him a lot. And right now, Shadow Demon is a good defensive hero for Duskbin to have. Even though Shadow Demon is very underfarmed, underleveled, the level 4 Soul Catcher can be very effective on one hero that they want to focus down. Not to mention Disruption used defensively can save heroes' lives, as we are going to see Invoker taking down Morphling instantly to half HP. Power Shot going to come in. Morphling already very low. He needs to be careful in this bottom lane. And that's going to prevent him from putting on any pressure, or even Duskbin from teamfighting heroes. There we go. Blink Dagger up on Sand King.
Oh, he put it inside a creep, and look what Void just did. That was probably not the best idea at all. Void just sensing an opportunity, took it, made him waste support, took a kill to boot, and got it on the carry, and fed himself. It's just, he could not have had it. He could not have got any better for him just then. As they're going to take this bottom tier tower as well, and just accelerate their goal even further. I mean, they're not actually that far ahead, surprisingly enough, but it's just that all of the money, so much of the money is on Void right now. His GPM is going to be ridiculous, actually. Yeah, 548 GPM. As who got the... Oh, Windrunner getting a kill on top. Puck again going down. The Titan getting brought low as well.
Titan got brought down by the Puck, and Puck was actually looking for a second kill. Puck getting a solo kill on Tide, looking for the Lich as well, but the Windrunner did TP in, and here we go. They're going in raw. Sand King going to use the epicenter after the stun. It will go off, luckily. The Tornado going to help keep him alive. Force stamps himself out, and Envy just going to town, and it looks like he will be okay. The Deafening Blast not going to hit anyone. The Faceless Void on the run a bit now, though, but I don't believe they're going to have the disables to bring him down at this point.
Envy just not even care. I mean, wonder how many procs. He just sat in that epicenter, did not even give a stuff. I'm wondering how many procs actually got backtracked there. I'm willing to bet it was a stupid amount. Because, I mean, he's not even that low. He's not even that low. Compared to, you know, Burrow straight epicenter, you'd think you'd be sitting on red H, like, no HP practically. But right now, the Dire, they're going to be pushed, probably trying to push down the second tier tower. They've got the Titan here. Ravage is up. Chain Frost is up as well. This is looking pretty dangerous. They're missing the Void ult, but they used it to pick off Morphling over earlier. Oh, it's back up now, right now, in fact. 1 second, there we go, off cooldown. They could set up a big fight here, a huge fight. And Puck actually looking very vulnerable. Does need to watch out for that. Getting jumped. Because once Void lands...
At the same time, Windrunner is top, so the Mech as well as... Well, Mech and Pipe is both in the top lane. sqL do not want a team fight without those two big items. Even though they have got the Aegis on their side, it's a very risky thing to do. I mean, they're maybe going to either want Windrunner to be pressuring top, but actually no, they're maybe going to go for this. If they can hit a nice Void ulti, it'll look good, but I mean, I feel like this is still a big risk without that Mech and Pipe.
Void going to go in, base shift getting used, Puck going to try and get out of trouble, throws down the Dream Coil, can they? Oh, doesn't he? Throws down the ult, doesn't really need all that much. Tornado also going through, going to take out 2 heroes, and I think that leaves them wide open to push that top lane, unless... Well, Mr. Swish does... Oh, well, they've got the Epic... Oh, wow, okay, I take that back. They've got the Blink Dagger on the Sand King. Mr. Swish could try and set something up with the Roar. Here we go, he's going to go in, he's going to drop the Roar. No, changes his mind.
Epicenter's on cooldown for 30 seconds.
My bad.
Now, with that Void actually blink in... Oh, trouble indeed. Ravage goes off, and both Sand King and Beastmaster will drop here, I believe. No, Sand King, they don't have any vision for him. Sand King does manage to blink out, and Morphling putting a lot of pressure on top lane, so Duskbin, I mean, getting picked off a bit, but they are sort of getting something in return, especially if they can get this top tier 2 tower.
Yeah, well, at least, I mean, if they can't push towers, or can't defend against pushes, might as well trade, get their own one. This is definitely bothering me. Meanwhile, although Morphling has gone top, he has more. Oh, that was a Mantis actually. And Void just going to town on this Morphling. Throws down his Adaptive Strike. He's even got health coming in. Actually takes out the Void with a waveform. However, he does have that Aegis.
I don't know about that Void play. I have to question that. That was not what I would have expected Void to do there. Trade hits, just go down. Maybe hoping he was hoping to back. If he backtracked the wave, he could have got the kill. But that's a 25% chance. And for Mofo mid, in a bit of trouble here. May need to Ghost Walk out. Gets taken out by an Adaptive Strike. And Morphling getting taking out the Aegis. Now taking out the Invoker. Is picked up Linken's. Has an ultimate orb as well. Either building a Manta style or a Skadi here.
Dire still well ahead on farm though in terms of farm. Still very troublesome considering how nasty that Void is in the late game. Meanwhile, Duskbin going to push this tier 2 mid tower. Definitely something they want. Lots of good money in that. It's Morphling now dodging that Frost Blast with Lincoln. The stun has gone on the Burrow Strike. There is the Adaptive Strike as well. Shane Frost are doing a lot of damage. Here comes the Void. Oh, going to pin down Morphling. Morphling's into... Oh, no, actually he's going for Puck. And that Shane Frost was ridiculous. The Banish though trying to save. Gets bashed. Trying to wait for him out. Does Void have his Time Walk up? It's coming up. Time Walk coming up in a second. Shackle shot there on the Beastmaster. He might go for that. Void there getting stunned by the Morphling's Adaptive Strike. Beastmaster still on the run. Has got drums. He's in some trouble. Gets slowed there by the time. Well, the Epicenter blinks in. Burrow Strikes in as well. Does a lot of damage to Void. Void very low. I don't think they've got the DPS to finish him. Sandstorm. Void is here. Morphling's here. Takes out the Void. This is what they want. This is what Duskbin need. Ninja Boogie doing some massive work. Gonna clean up. Or never mind. He's gonna go down to Sanking instead. Or I lie. She will go down to both of them. Being split.
And that is what Duskbin needed. And once again, Void not getting that backtrack on the wave and just fighting with a very low on HP, playing a bit reckless here. He is up to 3.5k gold. We'll get that next big item up soon, so he's still looking fairly good, but giving Morphling kills never a good thing. Morphling, one of those heroes that the later the game goes, will be able to outcarry a hero like Void.
Yeah, look at Morphling's GPM. Has jumped up quite a bit. He's up to 424.
Ooh, wow.
Obviously not good as Void. Void is 563. That is getting in ridiculous levels, but obviously having all that free farm plus a minus, plus a bucket load of kills because people were feeding him up top. What is he on? Yeah, 739. He's been doing a lot of damage. Then Morphling, 8, 2, and 4, has been doing his own fair share. And who's that? That is for Mofu there, getting banished, going to be harassed by his own illusions. Lich trying to help out. It was just Shadowed him, snaking that haste in there. Oh, very, very poor. Look at him. Boots and wards. Yeah. He's really feeling the pressure.
And yeah, if that tornado hit him, he would have gone down because tornado actually gets rid of the haste effect. So
wow, really?
Mofu was actually.
I did not know this.
Yep, it gets rid of stuff like haste. I think it gets rid of like a lot of those sort of buffs, like DD as well.
Wow.
It's really powerful for that. Like I think earlier on, Fumofu got ganked at mid by a hasted hero, and he just tornadoes him, and the haste is gone.
Jeez, that sucks. That sucks indeed. As it looks like Mr. Switch pushing me. He has got that. He's had that pipe for quite some time. Running out of drum charges, but not a huge deal. What do you think he'll grab next? Maybe some defense on. Maybe the blink for the initiation. It would help them out a bit as they are suffering a little bit from that with the Void. They can pin down the Void for that epi. That does so much because Void is very squishy at the moment. Actually, I'll take that back. It's actually tanked up quite a bit.
What's he going for? He's gone for an Eagle Song. He's up to 1600 HP just by getting, just by pure levels and getting stats. He's gone to the Strength Threads as well. The Manslog giving him some HP. I think Beastmaster at the moment, he's not all that farmed. He can't really be looking for another big item anytime soon as Ninja Boogie uses his Replicate, baits him in, and there's a big Chronosphere. They're going to change target, get the Shadow Demon first, now change target, go for the Morphling. Definitely agree with this decision to make sure Shadow Demon goes down, and Morphling just managed to wave out, but now the pipe getting popped, they're going to be looking for this Beastmaster as he does manage to go onto the high ground. Dodges both the Ice Wall and the Time Walk, but it looks like Beastmaster should still drop as Tide is actually TPing stop to help deal with this Puck who is solo pushing away with a Necrobook 3.
Yeah, wow, Tano actually killing the Necrobook and taking a lot of damage. I'm surprised the Puck actually got that Necrobook up and running. Puck probably going to go for this kill here. He's done a lot of damage. Tide does have a Ravage up though. He could pop that if he does get in trouble. Tide actually has a Blink. I don't know if we call that, but he has got a blink, and right now the Dire going to take this tier 2 mid tower on the Radiant side. So Replicate being used there by Morphling.
Sanking Morph do want to go in. They want to stop this push. The tower goes down. It actually goes to Fumofu, so sqL going to be pretty happy with that. They're probably going to back off, play this a bit safer. There's actually a DD rune at bottom, which we're going to see on the Faceless Void. They probably want to wait for Roshan, but with the DD rune, they may look to sort of force the issue here. 30 seconds on the Void Chrono.
definitely possible. I should also mention that it looks like we're not going to see a shotgun Morphling just yet. He has picked the Yasha, although maybe he's just picked the Yasha for stats, and then it might go and grab the shotgun after that. It might go and grab the Ethereal Blade after that. But I would say it looks like a Manta at this point in time.
Yeah, he's got the ultimate orb. He's going to be building a Manta style, and I mean, Shotgun Morph could come a bit later, but normally if you want to go the Ethereal Blade, you'll go it fairly early on. It'll be right after your Lincoln Sphere. You won't get it later on in the game after a Manta style. So after this Manta style, he'll probably just go for more damage, maybe something like a Butterfly to help deal with that Void damage coming onto him, as Void does not have anything like an MKB as of yet.
I'm kind of expecting that to be his next item after. I assume that's going to be a Butterfly, that Eagle song.
Yeah.
That would make the most sense, just because it can... Their evasion effectively stacks, I believe, because Void is technically not evading, it's healing.
No, absolutely. And Morph putting a lot of pressure onto this bottom lane is maybe going to get another tier 2 tower. So Morph is meant to rack up some farm. Roshan has also respawned, which could be quite important later on, as Void has finished off the Butterfly, which he'll probably... Well, he hasn't finished off. Yeah, he's finished off now. He's going to fly that out to him and maybe look to take Roche, get that Aegis in their hands.
Did we...
As Duskbin are doing a great job at split pushing here.
They are. Did we mention the fact that Invoker has got a Hex up and running? I don't remember if we did.
No, wow. Oh, he's getting a lot of farm through Mofu.
Yeah, that for Mofu. I mean, I told him at the start of the game he needs to sit on someone's face, and maybe he's just taking that to heart. He's just going to pick on somebody now. And I mean, the go-to guy to pick on, obviously Morphling, but he does have that Lincoln up, which is going to make him slightly difficult. We'll need someone to burn something on them first. Or in fact, maybe he could just throw in a Cold Snap or something. But Cold Snap's a spell you don't really be wanting to waste like that. And here we go, Void gonna take that Roshan once again. He's got the spare slot, and he's got the Butterfly. Oh dear God, that is gonna be mean in a second. What is GPM? 578. Not that much crazy, but still pretty damn crazy. The Tornado goes through. What does it catch? Just an illusion. No great outcome there. Meanwhile, though, Puck's still threatening this top racks. They might end up fighting up there as I see the ports coming in.
Yeah, and Puck has only just finished his Blink Dagger, which is... I mean, he's gone for the Necrobook 3 before getting the Blink. Fumofu charging in at top needs to be careful, because 4 Duskbin heroes are in fact there. Beastmaster with an Invis, maybe going to look for his setup. The Invoker, who does not have the Aegis. And, oh, I only just caught the end of that Morphling managing T-Power. And here they go on Invoker. Fumofu, the Roar, the Stun, the Epicenter. Fumofu needs to use that 4-staff, and he does Ghost Walk first, and that is not going to be able to keep him alive, as he does go down to the Puck AoE, and that's a nice little pickup for Duskbin. They're not going to be able to make too much more. They can't really push on in and get this tower, but they have done a lot of damage to this tier 3 tower already.
I actually kind of, like, they have to back off now. They don't have much choice, just because if Void comes over there and fights, they don't have that Epicenter up and ready to fight, don't have that Roar up, so they've done the smart thing backing off. Whether or not the Invoker kill was worth it, who knows? We'll find out. I think this is fine, just delaying the Dire team is fine, just because they're going to bet on Morphling catching up, or at least just getting to the point where he can actually fight the Void. But Void is looking very, very mean. At the very least, it would be good if they can pick this Aegis off again before the Dire team start pushing. Because I think with this Butterfly, with the Aegis, with the Battle Fury, the Manta Stars, I don't think they can fight them if they decide to push now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's going to be a bit too difficult. Void is getting a bit too fast. He's up to 2k gold already. He could even be getting his next item up soon. I mean, he's currently somewhat full, but he could easily sell this Midas, pick up another big item, maybe go for that MKB to help deal with something like a Butterfly, which we'll probably see later on from the Morphling, but may just try, stick with his current gold, wait and see what he needs, as he can just sort of save that around for buyback as Morphling. 2.6k gold on himself. I mean, I say this late in the game, Ethereal Blade is unlikely, but against a hero like Void, it's actually not that bad. Speaking of Void, he's gone in on the Sand King at mid. The Disruption going to keep Sand King alive a bit longer, and there's the stun, not going to be enough. Void with the kill on Sand King. At this point in the game, at this point in the game, why not use that Corona for a solo kill? It's only a 90-second cooldown, and Void is not really in any rush to push with his team, although he is going to have to help maybe defend this top tier 3 tower.
I like this from Puck. It's just gradually whittling down this tower. Like every time they've got to come in and just kill that. Look at that minion. It just took it out. It's just Puck has been up here like the last 5-8 minutes. Just every time his Necrobooks move up with a wave, off the Necrobook, and cause all sorts of havoc on the tower. Force people to stop pushing mid. You saw Void mid. Force him to come back. Well, the Void has come back. He's going to take out Mr. Swish. Look at his health drop. Nothing he can do. But, I mean, they get a good team fight. And I mean, it's still working on the racks. The pets are still working on the racks. I know they're peeking. We actually might need to do something about that, although the Necrobook does die. But there is still a catapult causing some damage. And, I mean, Puck could come back and try again. He's just... he just sits up there. Just doesn't leave it at all. And this is why they've got this ward up here, too. Oh, no, it's a dire ward, actually. Trying to watch them doing that. Not that it's done a whole lot at the moment.
Yeah, they haven't really dealt with it all that well, and that's going to be something that Duskbin can look. Oh, great shackle shot at mid. Lee gets shackle to the creep, cuts with the clutch shackle, uses a ravage on this. It also hits Shadow Demon. Oh, I think they could have got Shadow Demon, and yes, Void realizing that blinks his way in. Shadow Demon though looks like he will survive. There's no follow-up. I think Shadow Demon a bit lucky there. sqL has said, there goes the epicenter, the blink dagger, the stun. It doesn't do much damage. The pipe, the mech. They do get popped. Actually, mech not getting popped, just the pipe. Doesn't actually have mana to use the mech. No arcane boots apart from the Tidehunter. And with that, we're going to see, oh, great Chrono. Finds the Sand King. Sand King goes down. Morphling in trouble as well. Morphling will drop. Morphling, I think, has buyback. Yes, he does. He immediately buys back, but this Rack's in a lot of trouble.
Definitely Sand King, I think, whiffed that epicenter quite bad. The Roar goes down on the phase floor. Can they clean it? Morphling is on top. Pops down the adaptive strike. It's shackled, though. Really good shackle. But that is going to turn the fight in the Dire's favour, with no doubt. And now they've got no answer to Morphling, no buyback. And this, I think, is mid-rack's gone for sure.
And they're using that alacrity on the Void as well to make him do extra damage, extra attack speed. Void doesn't need damage on when you get that alacrity. There goes the mech. sqL kill Morphling twice. Kill Sand King twice. No, they only killed Sand King once. He actually escaped after buying back. But now mid-racks is down. They're going to go for bottom racks. They've still got the Aegis on Void as well. I think Duskbin may have just lost the game with that team fight there.
Yeah, I've got to say, that's like, it looked like Void will go down, but once again, Windrunner, that shackle shot, it turns fights so well. That was a perfect shackle, got the target they needed, locked him down, and like you can see, there's no answer to Void, 2 easy racks for them, nothing they can do about it. Nothing Duskbin can do about it, so it looks like sqL, they're going to make it 4-0 in their group, and they're looking mighty damn strong. That's right, I believe they beat Aeon in their group? I think they beat Aeon.
No, they beat Invasion Red and Neolution and GOG. So it's probably Invasion Red on Neolution who you're thinking of.
Yeah, maybe one. Actually, it would have been. Yeah, no, it would have been Invasion Red. That would have been it, because they were looking pretty good as well. I was surprised to see sqL beat them. I honestly thought Invasion Red would have taken that one out. So I don't know. So far, based on the way sqL has been playing so far in this tournament, do you think they'll take second or third place in their group?
Well, definitely. Well, second. They've won 4 games. They've only got 1 game left. So as it stands, I mean, the only team who can finish ahead of them is going to be Zenith.
Right,
when Zenith beat them. So, sorry?
Oh wait, no. Who's in their group?
Aeon's not in their group.
I've gone full retard. I've gone full. Don't go full retard.
I can confirm this. This is their 4th match. They've won 3. They only have 5 matches. So they beat Invasion Red, Neolution, GOG. This is Duskbin. The only match they have left is Zenith. The only way they won't finish top 2 is if there's a 3-way tie, where say Zenith, sqL, and someone else ties for first in a 3-way tie. One of those teams would get 3rd place. But that's, I'd say, very unlikely. I think Zenith should win all their matches.
Neolution, the only team left that could possibly do that besides Zenith. But Neolution haven't been looking that good. I'll be honest there.
Totally agree there. Neolution, Neolution, if they beat everyone, apart from sqL, we could see a 3-way tie. But that is very unlikely. Here we're going to see sqL look to take out this puck at top. And with that, they've taken bottom and mid-racks. And this time is running out. Morphling is just not got the farm and items he needs here.
I hear a Sunstrike. Oh wow, that actually did hit puck.
Like, it's low-level Sunstrike, I believe. Yeah. Oh no, it's not. What am I talking about? He's actually got 6 in Exhort. So.
Fair enough then. Wow, he actually, he switched. Actually, we should have seen that coming. He's got all those. So he's got the double Forge Spirits. There we go. He's actually been pushing that fairly effectively. So you remember them popping out now. As I'm not sure what Mofu's up to at the moment. So Mofu's going to be, as soon as this match is over, he's going to be in the chat screaming, shout out to Mofu, shout out to Mofu, because he can.
And shout out to Seize-Up as well. Oh yeah. He always gets his shout outs.
I just noticed.
But man, this was just a well-played game overall from sqL. They used a fairly unconventional lineup with the Void. Void, who has picked up a Daedalus now. His DPS is going to be absolutely insane. And yeah, there's nothing. They picked off the Morphling. GG is going to be called by Ninja Boogie, and sqL, it looks like they have got this.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, I honestly don't feel that they were particularly outdrafted that bad. Maybe the AoE lockdown was a bit harsh. I
agree they weren't outdrafted. I think just sqL played a very solid, sharp game. They didn't let the Morphling get too out of control by using that Lich Windrunner dual lane, and mid lane Beastmaster didn't get too many ganks successfully off until much later on in the game, and I think that hurt Duskbin. The Beastmaster wasn't as involved as they would have liked.
I mean, he tried to get a couple of games off, but yeah, I think the main thing was just they focused Invoker so hard at the start. I really feel that attention should have been going to Void, just because Invoker. I mean, Invoker versus what we've got happening right now with this Rape-Face Void. I feel it would have been the safer option. The lesser of two of us to one up with Invoker with a bit more farm than the Void that he is now. Just the early pressure, take him down while he's soft, while he's squishy. As Cux would also like a shout out to Porgy. And Vodki, gods, looks like you got a fan there.
Yeah, I've got one. It's for the PL again. And Triumph, man, don't be shy. You got a shout out there from Fumofu, as we are going to see. There's the combo, Faceless Void with the Lich ulti, and with that, sqL get a 4-0 score in their group.
Wow.
They are looking very strong.
It's Australia looking good. Although,
yes,
I will admit, there are a lot of Kiwis on that team. So yeah, Australia looking good. I mean, we've got AL, who will win their group. I'll be incredibly annoyed.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to win their group. They've already lost to DK, so we'll have to wait and see about that.
DK will lose all their games now. I mean, we've got DK playing later tonight. We're going to watch them get crushed. I'm sure Burning will throw the match. Like, I think you've just been delivered food. It's what it sounds like. Guys, thanks for watching. This is, of course, Triumph Man. And guys, casting the Gigabyte Dota Masters Cup. You've just watched Duskbin get edged out by sqL. sqL looking very, very strong, representing the green and gold, even though they're Kiwis mostly.